So this year I'm going to give you a little bit of a different perspective on how the run up to it is. We're on Davey Street, which is one of the streets we run up on the approach. We're not actually on this street at this point on the race, but it just gives you a bit of an idea of the uphill heading up towards the big uphill. It may sound strange to say it's a little uphill on the way to a big uphill, but it's a big uphill on the way to an even bigger one. If you're confused by that, you're going better than me. This is not part of the course, but fairly steep. Don't want to end up there. Private hospital. Don't want to end up in there. I know I've got private health insurance, but it's good. As you can see, it's just about 5:30 in the morning. A lot of people are complaining at, oh, daylight saving funds up at 4:30 in the morning. Well, it's up 5:30 here. And they do have daylight saving in here, so I think. So I mean, seriously, that argument's flawed. But enough of that. I'm not going to get all political. If I want to get political, I'd say something else. But up the hill. So we're going to be heading in that direction. Past a couple of churches now. There'll be a few people out on these streets because, it's not the easiest place to get up and spectate on the mountain. There'll be a couple of people here. There won't be many. Some of them have more sense not to. More dollars and cents. I won't be running the whole way. I mean, there's no way you can run the whole way unless you're an elite who've done a lot of training. Me, this is a training run for me. If you like a training run for me. A lot of one-way streets in the city. The road here is fairly wide, which is good. It's fairly wide, so you've got plenty of room to make position. If we come up here, I think it's around here that it's either around, I think it's around here from memory, that we enter the actual course. Could say it's a bit of race morning across recon. The weather today, it looks pretty good. A little bit of cloud, but it doesn't look like it's going to be like last year, so this year we might be able to get some video on the mountain itself, on the route itself. At least that's the plan. Last year was a bit impossible because the clouds were about 2 metres in front of your face and you couldn't see on the steepest parts of the climb. So it would have been pretty bad to film, but this year I think it's going to be a lot better. So we're heading up towards where the course is. School on the one corner, St Michael's College, so yeah, this is about where it is. There's the pub. There is a smaller race, the point to pub, we saw it very quickly. They're the sensible ones. They run all the way up to a pub at the corner. There's a corner, and I'll point it out when I get the camera on it later today. Hotel Soho is one of the corners. We've got to be past this point fairly quickly, so but it shouldn't be that. It's only a couple of kilometres in. There was one year where we had an alternate course and we had to run back this way. And we run up here. This is about as flat as it gets on the course. We'll just cross the road and we'll give you an example. We'll get down there shortly. But what it is, we're going to take the inside of that corner. You know, it's a bit of a false flat, you know, you just got to be very cautious over this part of the course. As you can see, these cars will actually be off it beforehand. Past the pub, up in that general direction. We've wandered down. Now on the other side of that next traffic lights, you might see some traffic lights in the distance. Like there. Very deep in the distance down there. I'll just try and zoom in for you. Around that little corner there's an uphill section. It's fairly steep. It's fairly early on. Probably the Rourke Run strategy. The mountain itself today, yeah, a few low-lying clouds. It's a cool day, it's 7 degrees outside at the moment. Climb up the top of the hill and head in that general direction. Looks like there's a bit of snow on the top of the mountains too. Let's get back onto the course. So remember, we're going the opposite direction in race morning. So past the school, Hobart isn't exactly a flat city. A lot of hills and valleys. May mean that I probably should really do the comrades training, but at least do a week of comrades training here. I'll be able to do all the hills I need. So past the school, we've got to come around this corner and then up this way. Now it's fairly steep downhill. There was one year where we had to run the opposite direction because, you know, it was too cold up to get to the top. And the alternate course made it to here. It's a very tricky approach. Uphill, you're turning left as it is. I mean, we're going right today, but turning left as it is. And you can see it's constantly uphill. Constantly uphill. This gives you an idea of how steep this thing is. We're heading in that general direction. There's the start line there, the point. We'll be on this side of the road, and like it'll be, you know, the cars will be a bit of an annoyance, but actually it might actually be helpful. Get us somewhere in the middle. Got to watch out for the traffic furniture. At least down here it's fairly easy to see. It's not exactly a long climb up this one, but you got the adrenaline flowing. You got to take this reasonably easy, knowing that you got a lot to go. If you don't take this climb easy, and I'll just turn around to give you an idea. I'll walk backwards actually. If you don't take this climb easy on this race, you'll pay for it later. So you've got to take it relatively easy. Maybe just go at your own pace. No need to go sprinting up this hill. If you go sprinting up this hill, you're obviously in contention for the overall win. So that just gives you an idea of some of the course after the first kilometre, which we're about to rejoin, the familiar roads that we've been down before. The procedure will be to collect the race bib, pin it on, put the zinc on, watch the walkers go, and then maybe try and get on TV. Apparently there's people from the project on doing this race this year, so there's going to be a lot of TV cameras. I hope someone doesn't decide to do a Rove McManus when if they go past Carrie Bickmore with the cameras on, just keep on saying, say hi to your mum for me. We'll see what happens. Anyway, or Cuntus. Give it the old Cuntus. You flying Cuntus today? Anyway, yeah, but that's just actually, yeah. So there it is. Wind up left and then up.
I'll see you at the end.
It's too dangerous.
If the pub's open, I'll buy you a
The
drink.
mountain actually has been closed.
Surely not
So I don't think everyone's going to be correct. 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, 30 seconds. Get those arms on the air, please, come on! This is your day to shine. 30 seconds are going to get you underway. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I want to know it's like at the start. It's a rock in the rock.
Everyone again is sound of the hooter, ladies and gentlemen. 10k runners and 20k runners. Your journey has started. Get those arms up the air, folks. Come on. Your morning to shine, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being involved here. The points are Longley and the points are Tree.
So try not to hit the gaps hard, but make sure you don't use up your gas. We still got to get to the turn. And once we get to the turn, then we can go. That's the key.
Take left.
That's what's behind me.
Take left. Take left.
Behind me. Up we go.
You should have walked off it.
Okay, you might remember that hill we were talking about earlier. It was going down. This is what it looks like going the other way. We're not going all that quick because, well, let's be honest, we can't. But we're going to pass one of the many groups, one of the many little teams. Just look for here. There's one of the many teams. They're pushing chairs, pulling people up. May not be up to the top, but these guys, they've got a long day ahead. Not quite the false flat. Well, we are. We're going to head up another little bit of, probably the hardest bit of Davey Street. We can see, unfortunately, the ice is made so we can't get up there. Might be a good thing too, because I think the clouds are starting to close in. It's been seeing be the other problem, or at least would have been, but it's no longer a problem. Around this corner, it's another uphill job. So here it is, the bad section. Section I hate. And yet, they'll probably fan out about 36 wide as ever. It's so low you can't see. That gives you an idea of how steep the run up is, let alone the run on. One year I'll show you the run on. Okay, we'll go for a bit of a walk because what I'm going to do, turn around, have a look at them. Hopefully they can see me well. I'm going to stand right out of the way, but have a look at all them. We're a little further up. This is all part of the strategy to go for a little walk up the steep bits. I could use this as basically the earliest comrades training run I can make. But seeing as though that's not until June, I'm probably going to forget all this, aren't I? Right, well, as you can see ahead, I've had the false little flat, we're up another big little rise. I always find this part of the course very tricky because of how steep it is. Now, in my younger days, I would have just ran up this hill easily, but yeah, we'll take our time. There's no rush. I'm not after a time today, so there's no rush. This is now a glorified training run. So we'll run and walk as it is. You can see there are other people who are choosing to attack this climb a little more vigorously than I am. In fact, a lot more vigorously than I am. And they're all ready to get in the road. Okay, we'll dog up this a little bit. Past the news van. He's probably disappointed he's not going all the way either. There's always one. And then when you think it ends, it continues to climb and whine. And it will continue this for another kilometre or so. Very windy or very... You might hear the breeze in the effect. It's not a strong breezy day, which is good. But it's pretty chilly. There's icy winds making it hard on the lungs. So if you're not used to it like I'm not, it can be a bit difficult. Righto, so arguably the some may say the difficult bit's over, but it's not. I just begun running like 4K in. Just going to take it easy. Keep going around corners. It's reasonably flat. It's only subtle uphill for the next little bit. There's no real steep bits. Until this bit. At least I thought there was. Oh, I must be losing it. There's we're actually passed by some crazies. Better than me. 5K in. Hence the beeps. This is why I suppose I've got to say this side of the race so we can go at a time. Indeed, that was the 5K timing marks. This is where they put the 5K marker. Go figure. Not the sign I wanted to see. Well, it is the sign I wanted to see. I mean, low fire danger. Well, it's not. It's high fire danger already. But this is a sign we didn't want to see. Those due to snow and ice. Bit disappointing, but oh well, never going to make the most of it. This includes continuing to wind our way up. And yes, this is, I think, a brief shower coming too, just to make it even more fun. Yeah, this is a group I think that Carrie's doing her walk for. Looks like they're not exactly doing it easy, but life never is. These guys, they'll get there. There's Lee. All good? Keep going, bud. We'll see you there.
Good job.
Oh, dearie. That's kind of the thing that you'll always try and do. Kind of thing you always try and look out for when you catch up to the walkers. Just make sure they're going okay. Walk a little bit with them. And then you jog on to the next group. We've done a lot today. But I think we'll catch up with all of them. So this is a real popular spectator point. Oh, there's a lot of atmosphere around here. Most of the climbing up to this point is pretty much over. It's a little more undulating. Happy Georgia with that. Very slick on here. So you just got to be a bit more careful in this area. Okay, now this little bit, it's actually a pretty good bit of road. You get a bit of momentum here. Normally when you get up to the top, you get a bit of momentum here and breeze up to the top reasonably easy. Well, at least up to the turn. Then it gets tough again. But today, who knows? Normally I run through this bit, but I'm going to show you some of these people. These guys always come up with these, with the signs. They've come here for a few years. There you go. I'm not sure how many they've recycled over the years, but there's one, two, another one. There we go. There's another one. Here, I better get a few more of them in. We're starting to get amongst some of the walkers. So you know we're starting to make up a bit of time. Walkers of course started an hour before us. That bagpiper has been on this corner for years. You can always hear him from miles away. But we're about to approach the corner. So it's only 10k. It's about we're almost at the finish line. But let's go a bit further. Now, normal course of events, this is where we go right. Unfortunately, we've got to go left today. See, normally we go right up that steep bank, which is a pain in the butt, and then it gets steeper and steeper. Instead, we've got to go this way. For the sensible types, they just go this way anyway and stop at the pub, like this guy here, except he's the only drink. And of course there are a select few who, having finished the race at the pub, run back from the pub. And there are some just waiting for us to go. I have to say, we're in a bit of uncharted territory because this is somewhere I haven't been before. The effort's starting to tell a little bit, so I'll just walk this little bit. It's still cold, it's still a bit wet. I'm starting to lift for breath now, so take it easy for a little while. According to my positioning, we're 7k's out, so, but we're passing a lot of the walkers, if I come back next year, I'll probably end up doing a roaming Mick rather than a roaming Brian. Talk to a few of the people. But yeah, it's normally this part of the race on the hill where you start passing a lot of the walkers. So it's not really different here. It's probably a little slightly easier. Not sure what's behind me. Don't want to know. In fact, we'll have a look behind. There they are. The row behind. On the next steep part. Of course, as I said, this was a little leap into the unknown. Because I think this is definitely the first time this alternate course has been used. It was excuse me, instituted in 2017. After 2016 we had to turn around. Got to the point, got about half a kilometre up the climb, turned around, came all the way back to the point. Unfortunately, it pissed a lot of people off who were trying to get to airports and shit. So they came up with a fresh alternate route, and this is it. I'm going to walk through this bit because, you know, I'm just going to take a sweet time now. As you can see, I'm not the only one who's employing this strategy. Others are a little keener than me. And it gets a bit easier from here by the looks of things, so. And this is why I go to the toilet before I start. They're going to be waiting there for ages.
Water or Gatorade?
Basically, this feels like we're running from over to a country town now. It feels like country town feel, we're going basically downhill the last, I don't know how long, but I've had to put on the brakes because I'm starting to have a bit of trouble getting the air properly into the lungs. Not that I'm having trouble breathing, but the cold air is making my guts feel a bit crook, so it's going to ease it up a little bit. Plus one of these say some legs. Got all these walkers behind. Now normally it is congested at this point, but normally when you're climbing up, we're all bunched on the one side of the road because we've got, and there's your obligatory power up poster because there's always one on every course.
Yeah, little power up.
So yeah, normally on this course when we're going up, we're all trapped on one side of the road because we're looking out for buses. The fact that I think the buses have an alternate route back means we're a lot more spread out on this part of the course. Not this part of the course, this stage of the course, more to the point than normal. So normally we're all congested, and then we have to tuck in, watch 3 and 4 buses go by, then spread out, then tuck in again. Some, of course, I don't know why some of them run the other way, they're a bit crazier than others. Anyway, I think we'll take advantage of the hill. The key to downhill running, and I think anyone can tell you this, you got to let the hill do the work. You don't try not to do the work yourself, you got to let the hill do the work. Goodness me, he's going the other way. Goodness me, he's crazy. You know, obviously this is why it's congested, because we're at another drink station. These guys have done a bang up job as ever. Thanks, sir. Thanks, sir. But the key to this, you just got to let the hill do the work. You don't try and sprint down it. You'll end up paying the price. You let the hill do the work. Try and save your legs. We're not all that far from the finish. No, you're not seeing things. There's always one that's mad, isn't there? Always one. In the woods of Township. You can hear, I think you can hear some people down there, so I assume the finish isn't that far away. So I don't think it'll take that long to get to its pub. So around the score's the ultimate finish. Have a look, and these guys, oh, they're normally waiting on the last corner, but there's a big group. There's a big group. There's a big group there. There they are. There they are. There they are. Now naturally there'll be teething problems because this is the first time they've used this place. These first. Thank you very much. So instead of bottles of water, give us cans of water. Environmentally friendly, they may be.
Try to find the waters. I got his keys. You walk out and get
You're as bad as when you press it.
a bit of a crush.
Looks like this photo bomb. And it looks like I just photo bombed the people in front of me.